This is an emergency transmission. Citizens of the world, please, make no mistake. The zombie apocalypse is near. Will you cower and hide, or join us and fight? We are Dezombified. So stay on point and watch your six.
Good morning, Z-Horde family. I'm going to do a mic check here. If anyone can hear me in the chat and you can let me know, that'd be great. If anyone can let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. Awesome. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Pumpkin Queen. Good morning, Z-Horde, and welcome back to another episode of Radio Z, our first episode of 2020. Definitely looking forward to this show. Going to ease into it this morning as it is our first one back, but definitely going to have a great show for you all. I'm going to welcome in my partner in crime, Steve Stockton. Get in here.
Hey, good morning, Tanya. Good morning, everybody in the chat.
Good
How are
morning,
you
Steve.
doing? Good to be back. Good to see some familiar faces here, familiar names anyway.
Definitely.
Ron
We
Sharp,
have,
Pumpkin Queen, Evil
yeah.
Witch, Andy.
Good morning to you all, and Orla Saraf, Mike Hughes. Good morning and welcome back to the show.
The Zombified's in the chat there. Dingleberry, welcome.
Hey, thank you for joining us.
We were afraid there might not be much of a crowd this morning, so we're just kind of ease back into things here and just kind of chat, catch up, and figure out what's been going on, what everybody's been into during our hiatus there.
Hey, Demented Maniac and Slumber Reads, thank you for joining us.
Dingle's ready to mingle.
Absolutely, just what you want for your Tuesday morning. I hope you've all got your hot coffees ready and you're all nice and chilled, ready for a good show.
I don't have any coffee this morning. I had my coffee earlier, and I didn't make any more. Like, there's people that won't drink before 5 p.m. I don't drink coffee until after 6 a.m. unless I've had it, the night before. So I'm having Gatorade this morning. So cheers.
Now I got my coffee ready, nice and hot.
I'll give it a few more minutes here. Just to, people wondering, got 10 watching right now. Welcome everyone. Glad to have you here, have you back. Our schedule's changed up a little bit. As for now, if I understand correctly, we're going to be Tuesdays and Wednesdays, same time slots. So a lot of good things going on, some changes, some different things, but glad to be back, glad to be a part of it.
Definitely.
How's your weather there this morning, Tanya?
Crap. It's too cold. I don't like it. Summer needs to hurry up.
Yeah, tell me about it. I want it to be as warm as it was when I complained about the heat last year. Yeah, this morning, Portland, Oregon, 30 chilly degrees. Looking out the color weather window here, it's dark right now, but it'll be rain mixed with snow this morning and then rain all the rest of the week through Saturday. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest. I moved here from the desert. I lived in Las Vegas for 7 years and thought, I miss the rain. I want to go somewhere cooler and rainier.
Oh, well, welcome to the UK where your weather lies to you. It tells you it's 8 degrees when it feels like -1.
Yeah, that's -1. That's what we are here now. 30 degrees is just a little under -1 there, but -1.11, I think. But yeah, it's chillier than I like. I like fall weather. That's always been my favorite. But what they call jacket weather or hoodie weather, when you can go out and just have.
I'm not sure what's happened, but it's showing up on my end. The stream has stopped.
Okay, it paused
I
here.
don't know if that's just a case of we need to refresh or...
It refreshed and it's working. Okay, now it looks like on my side.
Yep, I got it back. Okay.
All right. Still good to go. Maybe a little bumps and kinks here that we have to work out. Like I said, this is the first time back, and
Yep.
well, it's the first time this year. I don't even remember when our last show was. Sometime in, was it November? December,
November,
I think.
time, I think. Early in December, I think.
Yeah. But we've had a lot going on in the meantime, a lot to catch up with here. We'll give just a couple more minutes.
Yeah,
see if
guys,
anybody
you
else
just need to refresh your pages and it should all should be
yeah, if
working fine.
you're not seeing the lovely new scene there that Mysterio made for us.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like it. Easy on the eyes. Yeah, Mysterio's confirmed that it was early December. So last show, I honestly don't remember. It's a hiatus for us, and then I did the 12 Nights of Christmas on my channel. Thanks for your help with that, Tanya. We had a big time with all those. I did a lot of Victorian Christmas stories, and then we did Dark Christmas, which was kind of a family affair that me and Tanya and her kids all took part in that one.
Yep. Definitely. It was just adorable.
Everybody loved it.
And they had such a good time doing it.
Yeah, the natural little actors there. Hi, Mandy Mortem. And
hi, Mandy.
Hi. Nightmares. How you doing, Dustin?
Thank you for joining us.
And yeah, after 12 Nights Christmas, I had my channel on a little break too. We've been concentrating on other things that we've got in the works here. We've been doing some amazing things over on Tanya's channel. If you haven't been over to UniCorpse Tales lately, go check that out. We've just finished a 4-part series on urban legends that we believed as kids, which was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that.
And a lot of those are stories that I'd heard growing up as a kid. And when you're, teenager, middle school, whatever, you believe all that stuff that you hear about. Snakes in the lake and spider laying eggs under your skin and a guy hiding in the back seat of the car. And but had a lot of fun doing that one. That's our most recent one. Go take a look at that. Gosh, what else have we done over there? We've had a bunch. I can't even think of all that we've had. But anyway, go to UniCorpse Tales channel and take a look at what we've been up to there. I've been producing all those, having a ball with it. I've taught myself After Effects and Premiere, and it's just kind of step things up there. The videos are a lot more fun now.
Yeah, here, Bandy. Legends like that make me thankful I don't drive.
Yeah, check your back seat every time and look under the car. Be sure and look under the car.
Absolutely.
People hide under there, and they cut your Achilles tendon with a box cutter so you can't get away. Every word is true. And actually, we could have done more than 4 parts on that one. There's some that we didn't get to. Another one, and I'm no spoilers here, but if you stay in a resort out of the country, put your toothbrush in the room safe. If you want to know why, go and watch part 4 of Urban Legends We Believed as Kids.
Oh, yeah.
We had such a good time with those.
Yep. It was definitely
yeah, Mandy Morton said, check underneath in Florida because there are gators that get under the cars. Yeah, when I lived in Orlando, the gated community I lived in there, we had they called it a lake, but it was really just a big pond. And there were gators in there, and we would have to call the this is a Fish and Wildlife people to come and take them out every now and then because they would get so big. They were telling people to keep their pets and their children away from the lake because the gators got big enough to eat things. And lived right down the street from Gatorland too. That's amazing. Tanya, when you get here, we got to take you to see Gatorland.
Oh, definitely.
And that's another thing we've got in the works. And we talk about Tanya is coming here to the United States to become a citizen. We were talking to Miss Stereo before everybody got here. We've got big plans. We're going to set up house together and live in the mountains in East Tennessee, and do a lot of traveling, a lot of vlogging, a lot of big things in the works once we're under one roof.
Yep, definitely. A lot to look forward to.
Yeah, Mandy, I'm down here at Miss Tennessee too. I grew up there in East Tennessee and lived there for a long time till my parents passed away, and then I traveled really all over the world a couple of times and lived.
Oh, thank you, Demented.
All parts of the country. I've lived in Florida. I've lived in Las Vegas for 7 years. That was a lot of fun, but it wears on you. And I've been here in Portland, Oregon about that long, but I'm anxious to get back to the hills and hollers of Tennessee, as they say. It just it gets in your blood. I love the Appalachians.
Definitely.
Well, we've got a pretty good little crowd in here now. Thanks again, everybody, for showing up. Do a little something for you here. Just so we didn't get a lot prepared for today, just because we thought we'd ease back into things, but got a goofy little segment we're calling Not the News. It's some of the headlines from around the world that you can believe or not. In the current news here, the Beatles have removed 8 days a week from their song catalog, that's the surviving Beatles, after they learned there's actually just 7.
Man solves noisy engine problem by turning up the radio.
There you go. We've had that. Have a squeak or noise in your car, just turn the radio a little louder. Problem solved. It's like, if you remember back in the 80s and maybe still today with DVD recorders and things, if you didn't set the time, you had that blinking light on there that needed to program the clock. Well, I fixed my parents several times, but every time I go over there, something had happened and they'd had to unplug it, plug it back in. It's flash, and they'd always complain about it. So finally, the ultimate resolution was a piece of electrical tape. Put it over the clock, and it never flashed again. And here's another headline. It's me or the cat, says soon-to-be ex-boyfriend.
Man quits his job to follow his dream of not having a job.
There you go. Follow your dreams. If your dream's not having a job, there you go. And this one, we can't recommend the use of alcohol, even though it's always worked for me. Study confirms that drinking too much alcohol makes you an absolute legend. I know a few people that would agree with that headline. That think that.
Every pub crawler. And again, this is not recommended in any way, but man addicted to brake fluid claims he can stop at any time he wants.
So it's the brake fluid that helps him stop, though. So if he stops drinking it, then can he stop stopping? Conundrum. This just in. Children who learn French have a better chance of giving up on life sooner. I don't even know what that one means.
No.
These are that we've come across there to be taken with a grain of salt. We were talking one night, and I'd found this site, and we sat and laughed for over an hour reading these to each other. Thought we'd share them with you.
Wife wins Woman of the Year award after putting on a jumper instead of turning up the heating.
That was the rule in my house growing up. You did not touch the thermostat. Only Dad was allowed to touch the thermostat. And I think you could tell if you'd even looked at it. Like if you just walked by and glanced at it, you'd hear him from the other room, "Don't touch the thermostat." Cold, put on a coat. If you're too hot, take something off. Here's another interesting headline. Depressed dog sits around all day watching human videos on YouTube. I'm sure there's probably a lot of depressed cats that do the same thing.
Yeah, they're watching Mice and Cheese.
There are specific channels now for for dogs and cats to watch. And there's also a music playlist to reduce anxiety in dogs that are left while their owners go to work or have something to do or whatever. So interesting how many viewers on YouTube are not even human. And then that can be taken a couple of ways.
There's a program on a children's network channel over here, and my kids put it on all the time. And every time it's on, my dog will literally, he'll squeeze in between them, but he'll be sat like slightly in front of them, and he will literally watch it every time they stick it on. And it's boy, girl, cat, dog, mouse, cheese, or something.
That's the name of the show?
That's the name of the cartoon, yeah. And they put that on, and every time it's like, it doesn't matter where he is, he'll hear the intro music to that, and he'll squeeze right in between them, but he'll sit in front of them so he can see it.
So Oscar likes the telly, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Cisco's in the house. Good morning, Cisco.
Hey, Cisco. Thank you for
found us in
joining
her
us.
coffee. We'll only drink about half of it, so.
I can quit booze anytime I want, says man who never wants to quit booze.
There you go. Nobody likes a quitter, right?
Logical thinking, Batman.
These are booze oriented. I realize that now that we're reading them out loud, because we went through and there were some that were definitely not safe for work or not good for a family show in the mornings like that. I don't know necessarily we're a family show, but tried to pick the best ones here. Heroic woman prevents boyfriend's murder by putting down her knife. We sound like one of them wacky morning zoo type programs that they have on FM radio. You know, the drive time guys. Hey, there's a traffic update this morning. You know.
Oh well, as long as people are getting giggles, I guess that's what counts right now, right?
Well, good for laugh. Bansheba's in the house. Good morning, Bansheba.
Hey, Bansheba. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, I've got something going on with my headphones here. Sorry about that.
They go to the sides of your head.
Huh?
I thought maybe you had them on front to back or something.
No, upside down.
I have done that before. I had a hat or something on and stick them on upside down.
Yeah, but to be honest, I have had to do that because, as you know, I've had the scaffold piercing done in my ear.
Yeah.
And I actually can't wear my headphones properly because they are my my recording headphones. So yeah, sometimes I do actually have to wear them upside down.
Maybe if you've got your hair teased up into a big beehive or something, you can wear your headphones either.
No, my hair's not long enough for that.
So you're saying we can't expect a beehive though in your future?
If you want a live beehive, I could probably arrange that, but
yeah, only if you wear it on your head.
Oh no, you gotta wear it on your head.
Okay.
It's what's for my amusement, right?
As long as I'm in there somewhere.
Beer only diet helps man lose wife, kids, and job in just about 3 months.
Right on. Now that's a diet for you there.
Life goals.
Maybe he's the same guy that quit his job to realize his dream of not having a job.
Maybe.
And this one, there is hope for teen alcoholics. And the headlines here, there's a woman who beat teen alcoholism by turning 20. They're just so ridiculous. We
want to beat teen alcoholism? Grow up.
And we talk at night a lot of times, and for an hour or two, we'll sit and like find funny headlines, and I can't stick across. So those are all courtesy of the dailysquat.com. It's a British website, and they go into detail. They have the actual articles written up. It's kind of like The Onion here in America. It's just fake stuff made up, and occasionally you'll get people that believe it, and that's the funny part. If you go in the comments and people that think they've read a real news article and start commenting on it, that makes it even funnier. But just a little something called Not the News that we do. And a little comeback here, just to kind of break the ice and get back into things here, because it's probably a little rusty. I don't know. We've been busy. We just haven't done any live shows like this lately.
Yeah.
I've been on a couple of done a couple guest spots and things, and I've done a few live streams, but not anything where I talked. Well, we did one on Facebook about the black-eyed kids, but the audio didn't turn out so well. But
no, we ended up with a pretty bad echo on that, but we managed to get it sorted after we did the show.
Yeah, after the show's over, oh, it's this button. Click that. That cleared it right up. There's some things labeled in the software that I was using to broadcast the live with Mimo Live. It's an excellent software package. If you have a Mac, it's kind of expensive. It's about $300, I think, but it does all kinds of amazing things if you want to broadcast live and you have a Mac. So OBS doesn't play very well with Mac.
Means though, you have mentioned a couple of things that we have been working on and stuff, what we have been doing. You've had some pretty exciting things going on as well.
Who, me? Born Only?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I've had a few things.
Yeah, you've been hired as the official narrator for Missing Persons and Mysteries channel. That's Bill Melder's channel. He's got some
channel. Yeah, that's
a
lot of
fun. He's got some content on there, and the videos that not only have you narrated for him, some of them you've written yourself. And that's just taken off by storm.
It really has. He said it was kind of floundering, it was kind of in limbo, and then he hired me to be the official narrator, and things just kind of blew up again for him. So we're kind of
well, little do you know, I have some of the comments here off of some of the videos.
You're gonna put me in the hot seat, huh?
Yeah, kind of like you did with me with WikiBear.
Oh yeah, well you told me. If you tell me something in pre-interview, it's going on the air unless it's too embarrassing.
Of the 9 videos that you've narrated so far, they've had a total view count of almost 175,000.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And I only started narrating like the last week of December, I think, over there.
Yeah.
But has it been 9 videos? I'm not sure.
But people really love your voice on there, and with good reason. Some of the comments that I have, this gentleman has the best voice for doing these videos. Nick Knowles, softer spoken, long lost brother.
Nick Knowles. Are they talking about me?
yeah. These are.
Okay.
So, your voice would be perfect for meditation videos and apps.
Hey, now that's a thought. I hadn't thought about that.
Well, you've been doing them ambient streams. Maybe that's
maybe we can do one like
that could possibly added to it.
Forest and the wind and the water, walk in the woods with Steve Stockton.
That sounds good already.
Maybe onto something there, and I'll just describe what I'm seeing as I walk by, the babbling brook and the wind blowing the leaves in the tree.
Yeah.
The woodpecker off. I could do that. Huh.
Another one was saying, love his soothing accent. Which I've found out the same. A lot of your, all of your videos really. When I've listened to them, you've got a very relaxing voice.
If you say so, I'll take your word for it.
Well, I do say so. Yeah.
I've never liked my voice, but if people dig it, then hey, right on. It's what I'm stuck with.
Yeah. This next comment, I loved. This one, I absolutely love this comment. I really almost smelled the air in the woods. I love your voice and how good you speak. I have not enough words to praise your work.
Holy cow!
Yes.
It can't be my mother because she passed away.
Another one. I love his voice. You should put Steve Stockton's name in the title, Master Storyteller.
Cisco already calls me a stellar teller. We gave that designation to each other, I think.
Yeah.
Wow, that's my head's going to be too large. I can't get out of the studio now. Well, thank you for embarrassing me in front of my friends.
You're very welcome.
That's okay.
You're very, very welcome.
Payback,
but I am interested, and I'm sure everybody else is as well, in how all this came about, and how it's all moving forward as well.
Well, it's interesting, and I'll just tell the whole story here. It goes back to 1969. Seriously, that's the year that Dennis Martin disappeared in the Great Smoky Mountains. And if you've ever heard me talk about that case, that disappearance always stuck with me. I was just a kid myself at the time. I think Dennis was 6 when he disappeared, and in June, he disappeared on Father's Day, and then I turned 6 that October on Halloween. But that was my first experience with the concept of a missing child.
Yeah.
And it kind of took hold of me. I became obsessed with it. I kept a little scrapbook, and mind you, I'm not even 6 years old yet, or turned 6 while this was still all going on. But I kept a little scrapbook of clippings out of the newspaper. We lived out in the country, and I'd go out and look around in the woods, thought, well, maybe he's down here. Because granted, at the time I lived about an hour and a half drive from the Smoky Mountains, but you're 5 years old. We go to Gatlinburg on the weekends. He could have made it this far. So I'm out looking in the woods for him, thinking maybe I'll be the one to find him and stuff. And some of my relatives were on the search and rescue teams that did look for him. But that just kind of stuck with me. And then flash forward ever how many years, after I'd published my third book, My Strange World, I was working on a book that I'd had in mind to write about the Smokies in particular. There are a lot of legends there, a lot of ghost stories, missing people, murders, all kinds of mayhem and madness there in the mountains. And it's also a beautiful place. I mean, it's a mix of the natural and the supernatural. And I'd written chapters specifically on people that had gone missing in the Smokies, namely Dennis Martin, Trina Gibson, Pauline Melton, and Derek Luking. And those are pretty much from every decade. Dennis was in the 60s. Thelma was Trini was in the 70s. Thelma and Pauline was in the 80s. And then Derek's happened in the 20th century. So I'd written that. Now, I haven't published that book yet. It's just been sitting around. I got something else to say about that too shortly. But when I was narrating things for my channel, I said, well, I'll go through this book that I haven't published yet. And all the stories I had there on the Smokies, you can listen to them on my channel, 13 Past Midnight. Well, I had done a 4-part series about those 4 disappearances that I mentioned called Into the Mist. And it was about people that had disappeared in the Smokies. And the first episode of that series was about Dennis Martin. Well, Bill Melder, who has the Missing Persons and Mysteries channel, had chanced upon that somehow and heard it. And he left me a message in the comments, I want to talk to you, or I'd like to talk to you, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting a hold of him, and because I get that a lot. I get comments, or people get in touch with me on Twitter. I get a lot of emails, people that have read my books and want to talk about the case and stuff. And I thought, okay, he's want to pick my brain about the Dennis Martin case. And I thought, I know a lot about it. I've kept up with it over the years. I even met his father and lots of different things. But so I get in contact with Bill, and he's like, I love your voice. I want you to narrate for my channel. Like, oh, let's see what kind of channel he's got. I go and looked. At that time, he had 23,000 subscribers. Good, not a small channel, but not a big channel yet. And I thought, well, okay, and I was just, I was ready to do it. And then he wanted to hire me, and so I started out that way. And then things just took off. We went from 23,000 to over 30,000 subs just within a couple of weeks. And like you were saying there, I don't have those numbers. But I think I remember what you said, 170,000, 175,000 views just on the episode.
The 9 videos, yeah.
Yeah, so that's, and got a lot more to come over there. So that's kind of how that came about. It goes back to my childhood and brought me.
Good morning, Sora Regan. Thank you for joining us.
And then going forward, now it's interesting how that happened in my childhood led to a story, which led to me making a video, which led to Bill seeing it, which led to me getting on that channel. Well, now somebody else has heard me on Bill's channel, and I can't say a lot about it right now because I did sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
But there is I have to figure out how to say this and not implicate myself here. There's a major media group in Hollywood, Los Angeles, that produces content for a lot of the cable channels, let's say like the Travel Channel and the Discovery Channel and things like that. Well, a lady that's a producer there and tasked with creating this new show had heard me on there and had contacted me, she'd emailed me, wanted me to message her back. I did. Well, turns out she is a producer. I vetted everything, made sure she is who she said she is. And they're planning some sort of show about, for cable television, a series about hikers that have gone missing in the wilderness.
Wow.
And I'm in negotiations to be the host. Now I can't.
That's awesome.
I can't say anymore.
Congratulations.
Right now, like I said, there's a non-disclosure agreement in place, and oh God, I've had to get an entertainment lawyer, and it's been suggested that I need an agent, and like, whoa, I don't want to go Hollywood on everyone here because I've previously done everything myself anyway.
Yeah.
And that was what I was talking about the book. Just last week, I inked a deal with a publisher that's going to bring my books out in paperback form.
Awesome.
Which that was something that I'd planned to do myself and just kept putting it off. Talked to Cisco about that. We got hers in paperback, and it was about 3 months worth of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
So I'd just been putting it off on mine. Well, I've got a publisher now that wants to do that, wants to take it and run with it. They have some very agreeable terms, and they're going to do everything. I've already done my part, so we'll pass off the manuscript. And now then, I get a lot of invites to paranormal conventions and things like that, but I've been hesitant to go and speak because I wanted to have some of my books to take with me. Well, it's, since they're all on Amazon, what would I do? Sit at the table in the back and and point people to Amazon. Okay, here's the book right here. But now this way,
good morning. Good morning, Danny Mick Reacts. Thank you for joining us.
But this way, I'll be able to attend these conventions and things that I've been invited to. I've been invited to one there in the UK. In fact, the guy that asked me is over the Paranormal Speakers Bureau for all of England. But now I'll be able to go to these conventions and actually have books with me that I can sign and things. And that was what I wanted to do.
That is just fantastic.
I don't know how. I mean, that's still in the beginning phases of that, but yeah, a lot of big things happening in the Team 13 camp.
Definitely.
So it just goes to show you never know with anything that you do that way. Any experience you can have, even going back to childhood, look at the things that's created, going forward. And still creating opportunities for me. So just, you never know who's going to hear you, who's going to read your story, or who's going to, tune into a channel that you're on. So keep that in mind. That everybody that narrates and tells stories and things, that can lead to much bigger and better things.
Definitely. I just want to welcome in Mutant Artificial Intelligence.
Yeah, you recently subscribed to my channel. I saw the notification come through. Thank you there, Mutant Artificial Intelligence. I think that was yesterday. But and then my channel, 13 Past Midnight, even though I've neglected it, I took a hiatus from it as well. I'm up to, I think, 1,245 subs or something now. So it's still growing. I've got new content coming out for that. And your channel, let's talk about you for a while there, Tanya. UniCorpse. You're almost 300. She's, I think, 15 away from 300 subs. So if you haven't subscribed to UniCorpse Tales on YouTube, please go do so now. There's some great content over there that we've worked together on. We've partnered up in a lot of ways. And I've been writing and producing her videos, and I'm the words and she's the voice, and that works out really good. Although she's got some original stories of her own on there too that are just fantastic.
And more of those are coming.
Yeah, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but I know
Yeah.
the ones that we're working on are just fabulous, and she's got a really chilling tale or two that I know is in the pipeline. But definitely go over there and check her channel out. Like I said, since I've taught myself After Effects and Premiere and some of the other things there, we've really stepped up the video game. We're having a lot of fun with it and producing some really quality material there.
Absolutely. But yeah, I will be catching up with everything on YouTube and stuff. Like I was saying to Mysterio before the beginning of the show, I've not only had a busy weekend, busy start to my week, but I've had internet troubles too. So I will be catching up with everybody as soon as I can.
The solution to all that is just to get you here.
Yeah, definitely.
We were talking about that with Mysterio before the show started. Yeah, those of you who don't know that Tanya's in the works of immigrating to the U.S. and becoming an American citizen. And we're going to move in together in the hills somewhere near Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We're going
to be housemates. We're going to have
log homes up there.
Studio workspace. So yeah.
And these aren't little log cabins. We're looking at like the luxury log homes with hot tubs and fireplaces and
because
nice recording studio that we can have.
A little bit of added news to that is my mum and my stepdad are possibly coming out with me too.
Yeah, just gonna bring the
whole. So yeah, it's gonna have to be a big enough space for that.
And we've even told Cisco that she can come and stay with us too.
Yep, definitely. We'll just bundle everyone up and
And
actually, hold your prisoner.
Well, the other reasons we're looking at a larger compound type spaces, we've got plans to do kind of a film boot camp.
Creative summer camp type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for underprivileged urban kids to come out to the country and spend a couple weeks. We're going to turn them loose with video equipment and editing equipment and let them produce their own videos about legends and folklore and things like that. Give them a chance to get out of the city and come
Whatever makes them shine.
Yeah. And that will have its own YouTube channel whenever that comes to fruition. Now that's going to be a while. That's a future plan, but be on the lookout for the whatever we haven't even decided on a name, a mountain film camp or something like that.
Yeah.
Smoky Mountain Film Camp. And
we can cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, it's all going to be amazing.
And we're going to do that in such a way that we can give out scholarships to have the kids come and do that for 2-week sessions.
Absolutely.
Let's see what else. We got so many irons in the fire here. We've started another joint channel. It's Stockton and Jones. And the only thing we have on there right now is just a little opener clip. We're going to be doing things on that channel that don't necessarily fit on either of our channels now. I do more of the folklore, the paranormal. She likes the occult and true tales and things like that as well. So we've got that channel coming up, and there's going to be sort of focus on true crime and serial killers and things like that. I know we've had some shows here where we've talked about creepy serial killer things. So we've got some videos in the works. I've got some just not quite ready to release yet, but we've been busy during the hiatus.
Yeah, there's been a lot of projects that we've been working on and
grow under our feet. So we invite you to join us in all these endeavors and grow with us and look forward to everything that we're up to. And especially once we get her here under one roof, it'll make things so much easier. We've got it set up now where we can record remotely. So she can do her lines and then I can mix it and edit it here. But it'd be so much better when we're sitting across from each other with a separate mic.
Yeah.
So. Good morning to you, Sir Sorta Rican. Sir Sorta Rican. I was going to answer you back there and call me Sir Steve. Haven't been knighted yet. Been crowned a couple of times. But yeah, if you like true crime and maybe a little conspiracy type stuff, maybe things in that, serial killers, mass murder, all the that twisted side of things, definitely want to sign up for keep an eye out anyway for Stockton and Jones.
Yeah. But unfortunately, I do have to cut my time a little bit shorter this time because it takes me a bit longer to get to my kids' schools. Having problems with my knees right now, so I'm having to walk with a crutch, which slows me down.
She's on the walking wounded list. So if it's icy out there,
Yeah.
some ski poles, just strap a ski on and.
Yeah. Well, I have patella tracking disorder, and right now my left knee is completely twisted. There's all strapped up at the moment, and having to walk on a crutch, not fun.
Bless your heart. But I don't think it's just your knee that's twisted.
Well, no, but everybody knew that anyway.
Best of luck to you there, Tanya. Good health to you. Stay warm and dry if it is slippery out there. Stay careful.
Yeah, definitely.
Alex made it back. Okay, we'll talk later in your evening.
Yep, certainly, because well, we have a show to put together for tomorrow too.
Yep. So
yeah, definitely.
Let Tanya exit stage left here again. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. Our first show back. It's been a great laugh and it's been awesome. And thank you to the Dezombified for having us back on the show as well. And I'm sorry, I've got to wrap it up quick here, but thank you to everybody for your comments as well. I will try and rest up as much as I can. But yeah, and as always, Steve, it's always a pleasure doing these shows. And but yeah, it's been a blast. I can't wait for tomorrow's show.
I'll talk to you later, and then we'll see everyone here tomorrow. I'm going to hang around for a few more minutes. Just finish up the hour here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just caught Bansheeba's comment there. Yeah, oh my God, my attack is a meeting.
Okay.
Bit of early morning bad on there.
Well, I guess the early bird gets warm, right?
Right. But yeah, I've really got to skedaddle out of here. But much love to everyone. I'll see you all back for the show tomorrow. I'm UniCorpse Tales, and I'm out for now. Mwah.
We'll talk to you later. Give my regards to the kids, and
I certainly will.
Get home. Goodbye.
Okay, love you all.
How about a big hand there for UniCorpse Tales? Give it up. Thank you, folks. Yeah, I've had turkeys before myself, and they can make a lot of noise. But I tell you, I think the noisiest things I've had were I had guineas, and they make good watchdogs. They make a noise if anything comes around, and then peacocks. I had peacocks for a while, and those are some noisy birds, and they're kind of mean too, along with geese. I used to have geese that I couldn't stand because they would try to bite me, and I'm trying to feed them, and they'd run out, and it's not quite as. I've had some pretty bad chicken bites too. I keep chickens now. I have 13 chickens. That just happened that way. Somebody gave me a batch and made it come out to 13. But the chickens bite me a lot of times when I have to pick them up and handle them moving around. They can take a piece out of it. I've had a chicken break the skin. A goose or duck, they can bite, but they don't have the beak like a chicken does. They can't as easily wring a piece out of you, but they can hurt. So yeah, if you keep any kind of birds, watch your fingers. And yeah, the geese, I've had them chase the car before. They get out of here. But again, want to thank everybody for bird violence there, the Dezombified. But just want to thank everybody again for showing up, and it was a nice welcome back. We're just easing back into things here today. Was just kind of a re-break the ice here and get warmed back up. Got another show coming up for you tomorrow, which will be a themed show. And then we've got some great guests coming up in the days and weeks to come. Won't mention any names right now, but we've got some people from television shows that you've seen on the Travel Channel that have to do with paranormal that I think you're going to have a lot of fun with. And they've got some other fascinating guests coming up, people from radio and TV and things. So we've been busy booking guests. And yeah, Sword Reagan says for less than a few dollars, you too can prevent violence by chickens. And they get their revenge. Mine are just laying hens. I take good care of them and feed them well, and they supply me with eggs. And then I end up with far more eggs than I can ever use, and then I barter those to my neighbors. I've traded eggs for all kinds of things. You wouldn't believe. But hey, bartering's a lot of fun. If you've got neighbors, you've got more of something than you can use, see what you can trade it for. Take care of each other. Sometimes I'll just take a couple dozen over to the neighbors and drop them off, and then who knows what I'll get back. Because then when they come up with something, they'll bring it over and offer it to me. But yeah, again, thanks for joining us, Evil Witch. Thank you. I love having you guys here to do a show for without an audience, and just be sitting here talking to myself, which is what I do when I'm not on here most of the time with all my recordings. That's what it feels like. UniCorpse Tale, see you in the chat there, love. Thank you for joining us. Love to you as well. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and get on out of here today. Mr. Mulder, my dog child here, that for those of you that don't know, got a little Chihuahua Corgi mix named Mulder, and he's looking at me with pleading eyes. He wouldn't go out earlier; it was too cold. So now he's been holding it, and he's looking at me pleadingly. So I'm going to get on out of here for today. Unfortunately, I didn't check to see if there is any kind of show or anything after this one today. Miss Stereo, if you could whisper in my ear there, if there's anything coming up today or tonight, if you have a live stream up. I didn't even look at the calendar. I just got up and showed up in time for this show. Have to get used to getting up early again. Actually, I pretty much got up late and stayed up all night. Okay, so no live tonight. Sorry about that, folks, but there is stuff coming up later on. Don't know if it's going to be this week or not, but they do have the Horror Honeys coming up, and then there's some great interviews coming up. I know Lady Spukari, I don't think she's here this morning, but she's going to be interviewed live soon. That's coming up. Be sure and look out for that. As always, lots of good things coming here on Dezombified. So with that said, I'm going to wrap it up and get on out here. Have a good day, evening, morning, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm Steve Stockton. I love each and every one of you. Be sure and check out my channel and UniCorpse channel. Let's see if we can surprise her and get her up to 300 subscribers by the time she gets back with her kids. That's UniCorpse.com. Also, you can check out my handiwork on the Missing Persons and Mysteries channel. Somebody had asked for a link for that. Let me put one in here for you real quick. Excuse me. Okay. Let me double check that and make sure that's the right link. No, that's not it. Hang on. Sorry, I should have been a little bit more prepared. I think it was Andy asked for a link earlier. And I know he's got a custom URL for that channel, or we do. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but he made me a full partner on the channel. So that's our channel now. Happy to be a part of that. So there we go. We got the correct link in there now. Go check that out. Missing Persons and Mysteries. If you like the missing 411 type stuff, we have some of Dave Politis stuff on there too, where he's been on other podcasts. We rebroadcast the audio of that. And then we're doing a National Park Mysteries series. We've got episode 5 of that coming up. I'll get that narrated in probably the next day or so and get that out. I've also written one about mysterious Mount Shasta in California. Really creepy place there. If you want to tune in for that. As always, check on us here at Dezombified, see what's going on here. Visit the website, dezombified.com, for all kinds of fun stuff. Links to mine and Tanya's channel are in the description there. Let's see. Also, support the stream. There's lots of different ways you can support it. They have a Teespring store, all kinds of great merchandise. You can donate through Streamlabs, in any way you want to donate. Follow Dezombified on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Again, all those links are in the description. So I'm going to go ahead and head out here. You're welcome, Andy. Everybody have a good day. And as far as I know, I don't know if she's able to play the Z-Horde anthem to play us out or not, because there's some technical issues we're trying to get resolved there. But if not, everybody have a good day. And Tanya and I will see you in the morning. Thanks again.